Hey friends, it's me Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist with today's Schumann resonance report for Monday, November the 24th. For all of you who got short attention spans, you're going to need to pull up a chair. We need to have a very intense conversation today, friends. All right, if you saw my video last night, this is the video that you saw with the timeline jump that appears and then disappears. Okay? That's the video that I showed last night in my update, and I talked about how I wasn't sure what was going on, but that I was feeling very, very strange. Now, I will tell you that I got probably thousands of comments on my videos between YouTube and TikTok, and everyone is telling me they are feeling the same. All day Sunday, I felt very strange. I have several episodes of missing time. And what that looks like for me is, like, for example, someone asked me about a conversation that apparently we had that I have zero memory of, zero. And I was in a crowded place. That doesn't happen to me usually. It's not like I could have fallen asleep if they thought I was talking to them. Not to mention I was having lots of brain zaps, and I saw the most amount of synchronicities I've seen in quite a while, all day yesterday. Then this has been going on the graph, where we have the graph is stuck and we have this appearing and disappearing timeline that pops up. Should pop up any second now. I don't know if the video is still playing. There it is. This appearing and disappearing timeline. But then this morning I go and check the graph. Before you tell me it looks the same, it's not. It's further over. This has not advanced, but the timeline jump has advanced, has moved further towards where the data stops, basically. We have also had this going on the Italian graph for several days. I believe it started on the 22nd. Someone will have to check for sure, but when I checked my video from the 21st, it was not there. When I checked my video from the 23rd, it was there. I did not even check the graph on the 22nd. So I think this is when on the 22nd is when this started. Now, this is some sort of man-made interference. I don't know what kind of man-made interference, but some kind of man-made interference is what this pattern is. That's what many people are saying, and that's what I also believe to be true. Now, someone who watches my videos all the time will have to help me with this, or Spirituality with Sam can help me with this, because she and I had a conversation about this. A month or two I had a dream with a man with the white beard, and I saw the numbers 1122 in the dream, and at the time I wasn't sure what they meant. This signal started on 1122, and then on 1123 we have this odd thing happening with the energy where all of us feel so out of sync, and we have this weird timeline jump happening back and forth and back and forth. Weird. So I go into meditation this morning, and I got a very clear answer, friends. Now, I live near Chicago, and if you've ever been in Chicago, it's very windy downtown, and there's a lot of times when you're trying to open a door and the wind is so strong that it slams the door shut on you. It happens all the time in Chicago. I was shown that's exactly where we are. We as a collective are pushing on the door. We are trying to open the door, but the other side of the collective is so resistant to letting go that they are pushing back with a lot of force. This comes from the feeling of losing trust in things you once gave a lot of credit to, feeling like there's a lot of geological changes, feeling like they're losing control. This is why we as the Light Collective have been asked for so many days and weeks now to let go of our triggers, because it is important that right now we push on this door. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that focuses on who's doing this to us and blah, 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 blah. We're not doing that anymore. We are pushing the door open. We are not focusing on who's doing what to whom. Doesn't matter at this point. We have to hold the light steady, and we have to push that door open. It's time right now to hold hands together and push the door open. And I know that there's a lot of anger in the collective, and I know that there's a lot of uncertainty, but that's why we've been warned over and over and over to get rid of our triggers, because we've been called to the front of the room, friends. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and start doing what you've been telling yourself you've been doing. It's time to focus forward on where you want to go and push the door open. Now is the time. While I can't tell you specifically what that's going to look like as it manifests in the collective, but I have a very distinct feeling that over the next week or two, there's going to be a waterfall of events that happen not just in the US, but worldwide, that start to spark some serious change. And again, I don't know what that looks like, but for those of us in the US, don't be so egocentric. This is not just about the US. This is about humanity. So get outside of your little box. Today is not the day to focus on conspiracy theories. Today is the day to focus on where you want the world to go and to be that feeling, to embody it. So those who are on the other side of the door who don't realize that there's something better. The way I explain it to a friend of mine is, my husband specifically, he had this instance on the 22nd, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, where he was really having this sort of crisis of identity and realizing he doesn't want to just live to work. He wants to work so he can live. And it was really causing him a lot of mental anguish that night. And we had a long trouble with it, a lot of conversation with it. I mean, he's better today, and I'm glad it happened, but it was difficult. And I was telling a friend of mine, it feels like he understands that where he is not where he should be, but he doesn't yet fully realize that there's another option, that he still feels trapped where he is. And I'm trying to get him to see that there's another option. That's what's happening on the other side of the door. So if you are focusing on conspiracy theories and everything's terrible and everything's bad, they're not gonna want to come over here. Stop it. Show them why. Show them love. Show them compassion. Be the light, friends. Today is the day. Be the light. Be the light, be the light, be the light. I still got cards coming up, but they're just echoing what I said because my guides are on point today and they were loud about this message. So I hope you heard it. Here's our cards, man. My guides are saying we are standing at the doorway to a new path for a collective movement forward. But our inner conflict and harsh judgment of each other and ourselves is keeping us off balance. My guides are asking us to take swift action to recenter in the heart space and have better or no judgment as these friends of ours start to join us on this side. Be the compassion they need to take the step. Guides are saying we're standing here, we have this opportunity, but the inner conflict between judging ourselves and judging others is keeping us off balance and keeping the door from opening all the way. We are being asked to take quick action right now to get back to the heart center and have a better feeling of judgment. Don't judge other people. Be the light. Be the light, friends. Be the light. I'm telling you, friends, today even looks different as I stand out here this morning. It looks different. It feels different. Something is different. Let it be us. Let us be the change. Let's get this day started. I'm ready. Are you ready? Take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders. Just remind yourself, today is a brand new day. Be the change, be the compassion, be the love in the world. Show people that there is another way. Put your money where your mouth is, friends. Just remember that today, it's a great day. It's a great day.